So when you're languaging, you're speaking to someone, you're really just triggering different thoughts in themselves. You're triggering different images that they're creating, and they're then creating different emotions. That's why people like what you say or don't like what you say based on a past of what you've said and how they've stored emotions connected to that past.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to become the master of your mind. And this is where, when we're saying we call the course Know Thyself, really on the basis of you don't know yourself from someone's history of you. Woke isn't because you've got all this knowledge of what took place. Woke is when you've awakened.
Absolutely.
Your consciousness has now become alive. It's become prevalent. It's now processing reality from a position where it has a choice. It's not processing reality from fear, where if I don't do this, I'm going to end up here and I'm going to end up there. And you don't know where here there is. And whoever told you never been there. So if they've been there, then that's a different thing.
You just said something that really resonated with me that I want to bring up, because it's not the intellectual knowing. Knowing is being able to apply. And I will say that one thing when I really first started the course is that my intellect was interrupting my spirituality. As I said, when I say that I engaged entities that are very powerful, the minute that I totally freed myself from what I knew intellectually, I became powerful enough to engage things outside of our plane.
Yeah.
I was able to transcend veils that my intellect would tell me I couldn't go beyond.
Yeah.
And even in terms of taking charge of how I manifest in a room in terms of vibration, I had to just subdue my intellect, because all of that was informed by the programming from society. And that has reduced me. And what this has actually done is expanded how I can actually impact anything that I'm meeting and going forward.
If you imagine that someone is either imposing on you, or raising you, one of the two, any sort of system that you're supposed to be following is supposed to be creating a roadmap to yourself. Anything that wants to put you under worship or raise the person or see them as some sort of guru or what have you is the individual indulging in ego. Yeah, the only thing that matters is that you understand what we're trying to do, and the only evidence or certificate you need is your progress. Yeah, not someone giving you some paperwork to say you completed listening to me for so much period. No, that's no good.
No awards.
Do with that.
No qualifications.
No qualifications. The qualification is that you now have control over the reactions of the different programs within you. And even though we speak technically and all this, and it says this is spiritual, no, we're not speaking in hope and worship and pray 5 days. No, none of that has any relevance to me. When they say, do you pray? I say, what, to myself? They say, what, to a God? I said, a God's greater than me? I said, how? I'm the one who creates everything that happens. They said, oh, did you create outside this, that, this? Ask a blind man what outside looks like. And all of a sudden you say, but he can't see. He can't see what? He can't see outside. So why can't he see outside? Because he can't create outside. As an image is in his mind, he can't create it. What the image that you see is what you decide is outside or inside. You're judging the images you're creating. You're labeling the images that you're creating in your mind. Ask a blind man what the stars look like. He's never seen the stars. He can't tell you what it is. Why can you see it? Because you can create the image. You can take the data and process it. What you are is a machine that is creating an experience. And you're generating emotions from that experience, so that like a PlayStation, because we're going to go there, because that's where you live at the end of the day, your body becomes the joystick.
Yeah.
And everything that you see on the screen, you're transferring to your body as a physical experience.
Even if you've deferred the control of that over to somebody else.
You're still doing that. But guess who's playing the game all the time? It's the consciousness. That is you, the consciousness. That's the one playing the game. So when we're talking about spirituality, we're speaking about the ownership, the ability to control your consciousness, not who you pray to, not what you can bring, not what you can manifest. You manifest pictures, images in your mind day in, day out. Yeah, manifestation is the creation of the image in your imagination. That's what manifestation is. Yeah, do you get to see a certain thing? Yes, but what does that bring you? Momentary joy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not long-term joy. All the things you manifest. Yes, I want the car, so I can look at the car and then I can generate some sort of chemical reward from having this physical item. When someone who's never seen a car doesn't need a car. You have to see it. Someone has to adopt and give you the program before you have a wanting for it. Yeah, certain people have never experienced certain things in relationship. So when people are speaking, oh yeah, they did this, they did that. Really? They did that? I didn't even know I didn't have that, because I never imagined anyone could do that. So you didn't miss it. And guess what? You lived your life perfectly well, never knowing that that thing didn't even exist or existed. Yeah. Your life is the sum of the experiences and the information that you have to build it. Yeah. You are a game visual builder. You are one of these computer bots. And that's what your consciousness is using. Information to create. And you said something which was interesting. Your life documentary. Yeah.
It's our operating system.
That's it. That's all you're watching. You're watching the greatest movie that ever was. And that's your own life.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
So